People think survival is about what you carry: fancy knives, fire starters, paracord. They believe gear is a shield against the wild, but that's a dangerous illusion. When you're truly alone, all that gear means nothing if you don't have the will to survive. The wild strips you down to your core instincts. Survival is about what you do, not what you own. Today, we break down the first survival tools humans instinctively create when everything else is gone. This is extreme outdoor survival, where we study how people survived when there was no backup plan. It all starts with a cutting edge. In the wild, when everything familiar is stripped away, the very first thing you need is something that can slice, scrape, or pierce. It's not just about convenience, it's about survival. The difference between life and death can be as thin as the edge of a stone. Before you even think about building a shelter or lighting a fire, you need a tool that can cut. Without it, you're left vulnerable, unable to process food, shape materials, or even protect yourself. The world becomes a much harsher place when you have nothing sharp at your disposal. Forget the perfect knife, yours might be lost, broken, or left behind. In a true survival situation, your first act isn't to mourn what you've lost, but to adapt. You scan the ground for anything with an edge, a jagged rock, a piece of glass, even a shard of metal. If you can't find one, you make one, smashing stones together, chipping away until you reveal a razor-sharp flake. A flint shard. A sliver of broken glass. A twisted piece of metal. These become your lifelines. They might not look like much, but in your hands, they're the difference between helplessness and hope. Anything that can cut, no matter how crude, is a tool worth having. With a sharp edge, you unlock the world around you. You can carve wood for tools and traps, prepare food to keep your strength up, and build shelter to protect yourself from the elements. Even the simplest blade can help you defend yourself against threats, both animal and human. The moment you grip that crude blade, something changes inside you. You're no longer just a victim of circumstance. You're a survivor, taking control of your fate. Every other tool you'll ever need starts with this one. It's the foundation of your survival toolkit. Without a cutting edge, you're just another animal, exposed and waiting for the end. But with it you become a maker, a problem solver, someone who shapes their own destiny. Survivors aren't defined by the tools they have. They're defined by their ability to create what they need, starting with a single sharp edge. So search the ground, break stones, improvise with whatever you find. Find it, make it, use it. Your life depends on your ability to adapt and create. The sharp edge is more than a tool. It's a symbol of your will to survive. The journey back to civilization, to hope and safety, begins with a single sharp edge. In the wild, it's not just about what you have, it's about what you can make, and it all starts here. Once you've mastered the art of cutting, your next essential survival need is fire. But in the wild, it's not just about striking a match or flicking a lighter, it's about creating a sustainable ember, a living, breathing core of heat that you can nurture, grow, and rely on. Fire is more than a simple flame. It's a lifeline, a tool, and a companion in the wilderness. The ability to make fire without matches is a skill that connects us to our ancient ancestors, who depended on their ingenuity and resourcefulness to survive. Fire purifies water, cooks food, provides warmth, and keeps predators at bay. It transforms the raw resources of the forest into safety and comfort. With fire, you can boil water to make it safe to drink, cook wild game or foraged plants, and dry wet clothing to prevent hypothermia. The glow of a campfire at night is a beacon of security, pushing back the unknown dangers that lurk in the darkness. It's a gathering place, a source of light, and a psychological anchor that can lift your spirits when you're alone or afraid. The real skill lies in creating and maintaining an ember you can nurture and transport. This is where your cutting tool becomes invaluable. Use it to carve a bow drill set, a primitive yet effective fire-starting tool. The bow drill consists of a spindle, a hearthboard, a bow, and a socket. Each piece must be carefully shaped and fitted, requiring patience and attention to detail. Assembling your bow drill is a ritual that demands respect for the materials and the process. Friction, patience, and technique are the keys to creating that first ember. As you work the bow back and forth, the spindle spins rapidly, generating heat through friction. Eventually, a wisp of smoke appears, signaling that the wood is hot enough to form a tiny glowing ember. Carefully transfer this ember to a tinder bundle, dry grass, bark, or fine shavings, and blow gently. With each breath, you coax the ember to life, watching as it glows brighter and finally bursts into flame. This moment is a triumph, a testament to your skill and perseverance. Fire is more than just heat. It's hope, routine, and psychological comfort. The calories you burn making fire are repaid 100-fold in warmth, safety, and peace of mind. Sitting by a fire, you feel a sense of accomplishment and security. It becomes the heart of your camp, a place to gather, reflect, and recharge. The crackle of flames and the dance of light remind you that you have the power to shape your environment, even in the most challenging conditions. Once you have fire, your responsibility is to manage it wisely. Bank coals at night to keep them alive until morning. Transport embers in a safe container if you need to move camp, and never let your fire die out completely. Fire management is a continuous process, feeding it, protecting it from rain and wind, and using it efficiently. A well-tended fire can last for days, providing ongoing warmth and security. With fire, you gain control over your environment and push back the darkness. It's a symbol of resilience and self-reliance, the second pillar of survival. Mastering fire without matches is not just a practical skill, it's a profound connection to the wild and to the enduring spirit of survival itself. After fire and a cutting edge, the next leap is cordage, rope, string, the invisible tool that binds survival together. Without paracord, you turn to nature, inner bark, plant fibers, even scavenged urban materials. Processing fibers into cordage is methodical and meditative, keeping your hands and mind busy. Twist fibers together, add more as you go, and you create rope far stronger than its parts. Cordage lets you build shelters, traps, tools, and carry loads efficiently. It's the grammar of building, joining pieces into complex systems. Practice making cordage before you need it. It's a quiet skill with massive impact. With cordage, you move from surviving to engineering your environment. It's the unsung hero of survival. With a cutting tool, fire, and cordage, you've mastered the basics. Now comes the proactive shift containment. Containers, baskets, pots, water skins let you store and transport water and food. This frees you from constant searching and lets you build a home base. Water is the most critical. Bring it to camp. Don't chase it all day. Containers mean surplus, efficiency, and psychological comfort. Making them uses all your skills: cutting, cordage, fire. The type depends on your environment: bamboo, bark, clay, gourds. Containment marks the shift from surviving the day to planning for the week. The survivor plans ahead, building a buffer against uncertainty. The world is full of potential containers. Find them, make them, thrive. Once your basics are covered, shelter, water, fire, and food, you reach a turning point. Now, you look outward, shifting your focus from immediate survival to the broader world beyond your camp. This is the moment you begin to consider your next steps, signaling for rescue, or preparing to defend yourself and your territory. It's a transition from simply surviving to actively shaping your future, and it requires both hope and vigilance. If there's any chance of rescue, your priority becomes making yourself visible. Use every tool and resource at your disposal. Build 3 large signal fires in a triangle, carve massive SOS symbols into open ground or sand, and use a signal mirror to catch the sun's rays and flash them toward passing planes or distant searchers. The goal is to create signals that can be seen from miles away, day or night, and from both the air and the ground. Make your presence impossible to ignore. Use contrast, bright colors against natural backgrounds, large shapes that stand out, and movement that catches the eye. The bigger and bolder your signals, the better. Visibility is everything, so don't hesitate to use clothing, tarps, or anything else that can help you stand out. Remember, rescuers are searching vast areas, so your signals need to be unmistakable, but if days pass and hope for rescue fades, your priorities must shift. Now, it's time to think about defense. Harden the tip of your spear in the fire, craft a bow and arrows, and build barriers around your camp. These aren't just tools, they're symbols of your determination to protect yourself from threats, whether they come from wild animals or other people. Defensive tools give you more than just physical protection, they offer peace of mind. Knowing you have a spear or bow at hand, and a sturdy barrier between you and the unknown, allows you to rest easier and focus on other survival tasks. It's about creating a sense of security in an unpredictable world. Take it a step further by setting up early warning systems. String up simple tripwire alarms using cans, pebbles, or anything that makes noise. Mark your territory with sticks or stones to create clear boundaries. These measures not only alert you to danger but also send a message. This space is claimed and defended. The choice between focusing on signaling or defense is a critical one. It requires honest self-assessment. Are you in a place where rescue is likely, or must you prepare for a longer stay? Weigh your options carefully, and be ready to adapt as your situation changes. Every tool you build, every signal you send, is a statement. It's proof that you're not just surviving, but actively engaging with the world beyond your immediate needs. You're reaching out, whether for help or for safety, and taking control of your destiny. At this stage, you're no longer just enduring hardship. You're influencing your fate, making choices that shape your future. Each action, whether it's lighting a signal fire or sharpening a spear, reflects your resolve and your will to survive. This is the final stage of survival, rescue or resilience. Whether you're found or you adapt to thrive, you've moved beyond the basics. You're reaching for the world, and in doing so, you're reclaiming your power and your future. We've covered the 5 essential survival tools: cutting edge, fire, cordage, containers, and signaling or defense. But survival isn't just a checklist, it's about clarity under pressure. The real master tool is your mind, calm, focused, adaptable. The will to live, channeled through a steady mind, is what builds every tool. Next time, we'll dive into the survivor's mindset, the mental fortitude that separates those who make it from those who don't. Subscribe to Extreme Outdoor Survival for real stories, real skills, and survival reality.